G'day everyone, my name's Jeff. As Grant just said, it's so lovely to be here. Thank you all for coming. I particularly want to say thanks to our friends on Two Wheels who have brought down so many blankets, to Brotherhood and other gangs, other biker groups that are here. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you so much for making such a difference in so many lives. It is absolutely remarkable what you do, and we appreciate every moment of it. At Parramatta Mission, we've been working in this space for a long, long time, well before since I started here, and we will be there well into the future. What we're interested in is a little bit of what's already been said about dignity, about respect, about treating everybody as though they belong. Often our homeless friends, and even some of our homeless friends who are in insecure housing, as Grant was talking about, the one thing they feel more than anything else is that they don't belong. And they do. They're a part of our culture as much as I am, as much as you are, as much as anybody else is. They just find themselves in the situation they're in. So at Meals Plus, what we're interested in doing is the meal is important, but the plus is what's more important. What we've been getting engaged in over the last couple of years is actually bringing services together. So we have a hub day. We had a hub day on Monday, and I think we had 24. Jen, I'm looking for you for a nod. I think we had 24 or 25 services down in our car park down in Macquarie Street, and they were services of the federal government, state government, they were services of NDIS, they were services of a whole lot of things to help our friends who come to us for food to also get the help they need to live the life they need to live. So that's the plus part. The plus part is also the blankets that have been brought today. Because if someone is not sleeping warm, even like, people have a right to be warm. People have a right to be safe. People have a right to be secure. People have a right to try and find a way to live their best life. And that's what we try and do at the mission. Homelessness Thursday is always both a challenge and a privilege. The worst thing we see is when someone is forgotten. Their life circumstances led them to a point sometimes where they might have become estranged from their families, but that does not mean that they should have been forgotten. So in acknowledging, as we do every year, and the services, the local services that come along as well, and our homeless friends that come along as well, in acknowledging their existence, we keep their memory alive. It has been my great privilege to have been involved in 2 funerals for homeless people in the last 12 months. It is an extraordinary honour to be able to stand there in front of a group of other homeless people and acknowledge the friend that we have lost. With the support of the generosity of people when we ask them is extraordinary. So we have a number of funeral directors who will help us out with the funeral, and they'll do it for free. We have other people who help us out with, if we need to find a burial space in a cemetery, who will help us and do it for free. They don't do this because they have to. They do this because they want to. They do this because they realise that we can acknowledge people's lives, whatever the circumstance of that life, and give someone grace and dignity. So that's what we try and do at Parramatta Mission. You walk into our mission. Yes, we are a Christian mission. Yes, I am a reverend, but no one calls me reverend. Everyone calls me Jeff, and that's exactly as it should be. You walk in though, it doesn't matter, any faith or no faith. You walk in, you get the same welcome. You walk in, you get the same food. You walk in, you get the same treatment and the same opportunity. We don't expect people to come in and say, you've got to do this, you've got to do this, you've got to do this. We expect people to come in and feel as though they belong. Minister Jackson, thank you so much for your words today, and thank you for coming to the mission. And Donna, thank you so much for organising the roundtable recently. It is so nice to actually have members of the current government here, and so lovely to hear your words, and I look forward to seeing some of that stuff come to fruition, because I know you mean it. I'm not standing up here and putting pressure on you. I'm actually saying we really want to work together. That's not, I could do that, but I'm not going to. We are really interested in having partners, and one of the things that Parramatta Mission is doing these days is actually looking for partners. We're looking for people who care, and we're looking for people who care in the biggest way or the smallest way. One story and then I'll stop. 2 weeks ago I was standing at the front of the mission. I don't even know why, but it often just happens. Maybe I was watching a tram go past, I have no idea. And this lady stops the car on Macquarie Street and sort of, not in front of the tram, and then she sort of pulls into the driveway and says, "Are you Parramatta Mission?" I said, "Well, not personally, but yes, I work there. Why?" She said, "Well, I'm from Pendle Hill and I've known about this place for a long time and I want to help." I said, "Great, what do you want to do?" She said, "Oh, I haven't got very much." I said, "I don't believe I asked you about quantity. You said you want to help." I said, "Yes." She said, "I have 5 blankets." I said, "Well, you kept 5 people warm tonight." And she just looked at me and she said, "Really? You don't put these in a cupboard?" I said, "No. Everything we get, we give. This is the government bit, Minister Jackson. We are independently funded. We don't receive any funding from government. That's not a sledge on government. That's just a statement of reality. We will do what we do because you do what you do. The generosity we have from our corporate partners, from individuals like this lady who brought in 5 blankets, or a person this morning at one of my churches who gave me a bag with some toiletry products in it. You make all the difference for the people. And one of the things that we have learned at Parramatta Mission is that whatever that gift might be. Last year at Christmas, two trolleys from over here at Baskin Robbins Ice Cream with a couple of teenage kids pushing them around that they wanted to give stuff for us to help people at Christmas. That is actually what builds the community, and what builds the community, as Minister Jackson was talking about that we take responsibility and do something in this space, is all of us. From the smallest thing you do to the biggest thing you do, it makes a difference and it helps people to realise that they have dignity and respect and value within our culture. Thank you so much for being here today.